I ain't gonna lie now, chat. If y'all 49ers fan, y'all need to be worried because Nick Bosa ain't practiced again for 10 straight days in training camp. And this is the second time coming off a torn Achilles. We got an issue. I already said the San Francisco 49ers, I said that their window is not closed all the way, but damn, it is damn near close. They still got a small window, but they got this old ass roster. Most of their guys is either at 30 or going or past 30. Mike Evans, who they recently just signed, hell, his ass got hurt again for the third time in training camp, and he hurt. But Nick Bosa has an injury history. We all know that he tore his ACL in 2020. Then he tore it again, just last season. And the 49ers made him the highest paid defensive end in NFL history, the 2022 NFL season. And since then, he's had 9 sacks, 0 sacks, half a sack. I mean, the 49ers aren't getting what they paid for. Because at the time of signing, he was the highest paid non-quarterback in NFL history. And at that time, he deserved it. The man had at least 3 straight seasons of double-digit sacks. He had like 15 and a half, and then 19 and a half, then he had 10 and a half, and after that he had like 9 sacks. And we all know yet again he tore his ACL this year. This 49ers defense, I believe they're still going to be a pretty good defense, but they can't be a great defense if their best pass rusher can't play. This team is already battling injury after injury, specifically on offense. You got Mike Evans who hurt, Christian Kirk who hurt, Christian McCaffrey low-key doing a hold-in just to get more bread. I could be wrong, but he hasn't practiced in a while since Jahmyr Gibbs and Bijan Robinson both got paid. And both sides of the football, the 49ers are battling injuries on not just their defensive line, in the receiver room. Like, everywhere you look up, somebody's going down with an injury. How is he going to be going into the season if you're already limping into the season? Usually when you limp into the season, you're limping out of the season. Yeah, he's got a little bit of ACL tendonitis, but he hasn't practiced in 10 days. I want y'all to understand the process of that. He has not practiced in 10 days. Mind you, the regular season starts in 2 weeks. And don't just start, they're going to be in Australia on Thursday. So they're going to be the second game out of all games in the regular season in week 1. They're going to be the second game. And I'm questioning, is he fully going to be healthy going into the season? Because he's not even healthy right now. He hasn't practiced. So the 49ers got a lot of things going on. They got a new defensive coordinator. So I do expect Nick Bosa to buy in, and I do expect him to at least get back to the form that he was back in 2022 and a little bit before that. But this is not a good sign. I still believe this defense is going to be solid with Fred Warner, and they just brought back Drake Greenlaw during the offseason, so they're going to be fine in that aspect. Their defensive backs, I have no issue with it. I think they're going to be a pretty good defensive back, but their best pass rusher, they may have to go into the free agent market, just like the Dallas Cowboys did and signed Von Miller. They got to get out there and they got to find a guy, because the 49ers aren't really known for a team that sends a lot of blitz. So they're going to have to figure out a way to get some pressure if Nick Bosa is not healthy going into the season or during the season. So that's an issue they're going to have to figure out. But as of right now, I'm really worried about Nick Bosa. We just going off his stats alone. Okay, his rookie year, he had about 9 sacks. 2020, we all know he tore his ACL, so 0 sacks. Understandable. But out of his whole career, he's only had 3 seasons of double-digit sacks. 2021, fresh off of come off a torn ACL, he had 15 and a half. 18 and a half sacks the following year, then 10 and a half the year they went to the Super Bowl, because after that, he wanted to be paid after the 2022 NFL season. And going to that 23 season, he did kind of have a little bit of a slow start, and then he picked it up towards the back half of that season. That's how he got to that 10 and a half sacks. 2024, had about 9 sacks. Not really top dollar what you pay for. Yeah, Warner, he only played in 14 games, so he would have got double-digit sacks in 2024. But then this season, he had 2 sacks and only played in 3 games, and he tore his ACL again. So this is a really bad scenario going on for the right now for the San Francisco 49ers. And like I said, majority of their team is already old, and they got this small window. And the fact that your best pass rusher, because to me, he's not their best defensive player. That's Fred Warner. That's the quarterback of that defense. So your second best player on defense is not available. We got an issue. 28 years old, and he's already having this many knee injuries. That's not a good sign. It's not. And this is what I wanted to show you. This right here, you see all this red right here? These are guys who are either hurt or they're not practicing. Christian McCaffrey, I don't believe he's hurt. I believe he's just holding in. Mike Evans, he recently got hurt. Christian Kirk got hurt. They even got their third stringers that are hurt right now. Let's see. George Kittle, he's cleared to start practicing with the team after tearing his Achilles, so shout out to him. Kyle Juszczyk, their fullback, he's even banged up. Robert Jones, their left guard, goodness gracious, with that left guard. This video is about Nick Bosa, but Robert Jones, that left guard, man, that left guard can't block the sun out his damn eyes. That left guard, if he's gonna basically turn into a big ass equipment manager because he can't guard me or you. So they got to fix that offensive line, but this video ain't about the offensive line. Obviously, we all know Trent Williams is arguably the best left tackle in the game. We know he's fine. But everything else, especially them two guards, mm-mm. And then as you go to the defense, like I said, I do like their defense. They took Osio Dickey-Zua from my Cowboys, who is a really good defensive tackle. So they got him right now as the edge, but we all know he's going to be on the inside. CJ West, I like him. Alfred Collins, I like him. Obviously, we all know about Fred Warner, the best middle linebacker in all of football. Dre Greenlaw, who is an excellent compliment to Fred Warner. We go to their defensive backs. I mean, you got Lenore, you got Brown, you got Green. I mean, like I said, I like their defense, and I do like the direction this defense is going to go in. But to have all these injuries, and we're only in training camp, we got a serious issue. But this video is about Nick Bosa. Is he going to be right for the 2026 NFL season? Because if Nick Bosa is not the Nick Bosa that the 49ers gave all that bread to, then it needs to be some talk about, are they either going to get rid of him next year after the season, or they're going to restructure his contract? Like I said, he's only 28. And for what they paid him, they have not got production of that. He has not even came close to that almost 20 sacks that he got a couple years ago. He hasn't even come close to it. He hasn't even come close to the 15 and a half sacks. So that is a serious issue that Nick Bosa needs to try to work on, but he's got to stay healthy. And somebody got to look into that health department because, damn, to see all them injuries that they had, all guys in red on offense and defense, hell, they even had special team guys that was banged up. As we're looking at this cap hit that he's going to hold, because basically at the time, Bosa signed a 5-year, $170 million deal, average per year, $34 million. He had a $50 million signing bonus, guaranteed a sign at $88 million. So like I said, he was the highest paid defensive player of all time at that time. Now, as we go to their cap hit, I mean, you look, 2026 season, and obviously they moved some money around. Right now it's $22 million. But then you go after the season, look at this, you got, what, $54 million cap hit, $47 million cap hit. Of course, they're going to try to restructure and move that money back. But if Nick Bosa does not even get you double-digit and a half sacks, if he's not healthy going into this year, if he's not healthy during this season, the 49ers really got to sit there and ask themselves, are they really going to be able to keep him on the roster? Because even then, look at this dead cap hit. $49 million, that's if you was to get rid of him. $27 million, that's if you was able to get rid of him. So, and he's going to be an unrestricted free agent in 2029. And by that time, he'll be 30. He'll be 32 years old. And as this year, he's going to be 29. That following year, he's going to be 30. Usually, as you get older, you don't become more healthier. That's the issue. And we all know the 49ers are one of the most banged up teams in the NFL, not just this year, but last year as well. Now, it's a miracle, great coaching that they've been able to get past certain injuries and overcome obstacles and make as far as they did in the playoffs last year in the second round. But Lord have mercy. It's looking like a bad contract. And it's also looking like he's not ever going to be back to that Nick Bosa that was able to get almost 20 sacks a couple years ago. He may even be that pass rush and get back to 15 and a half sacks. Now, I still do believe as the 49ers are a playoff team. Do I don't like their ass? Hell no, I don't. I'm a Cowboy fan. But just calling like I see it, this is not a good sign for the San Francisco 49ers to be without their best pass rusher. And he's missed 10 straight practices, is most likely he's probably going to miss tomorrow as well.